This community update was brought to you by U-Radio. With wildfires continuing to burn, even communities like Winnipeg, located far away, are experiencing their effects. Recent cool and damp weather has improved air quality. However, it is the beginning of summer, and with several days in Winnipeg already experiencing incredibly smoky days, it has forced people to wear masks to protect themselves from the choking air.
Even healthy people are going to be at risk when the air quality is that poor. It's going to cause things like coughing, shortness of breath, throat irritation, and then there's also the other health risks that come with not necessarily knowing where that smoke is coming from.
That was Adam Anderson, Government Relations and Policy Analyst with the Manitoba Lung Association. He says smoke has immediate risks, but prolonged exposure to poor quality air can have lasting effects on health.
Wildfire smoke contains particulate matter. The smoke itself is already a health risk, but because these fires are so large, you don't necessarily know what materials are being burnt in them. It could be trees, it could be standing structures, stuff like that. So you don't really know what's in that smoke matter to begin with.
People with pre-existing lung conditions such as asthma, COPD, or severe allergies are especially vulnerable. Other high-risk groups include children, seniors, pregnant people, and those working outdoors.
It's going to trigger those and exacerbate those existing conditions much worse. And then just for even healthy people, you're going to be dealing with the extra shortness of breath, coughing, irritation. It's just going to be those prolonged symptoms.
Prolonged exposure can lead to more severe outcomes, with an increased risk to lung cancer from particulate matter that could be carcinogenic. The Air Quality Health Index is a fundamental tool used to assess the risks of air pollution. It ranges from 1, low risk, to 10 plus, very high risk, with corresponding health guidances.
So the grading scale 1 to 10 is meant to kind of give you a bit of a guidance on when you should be limiting outdoor activities or taking other precautions. And they even have the guide kind of split up into guidelines for at-risk population or general populations. 1 to 3, you're looking at that low risk. 4 to 6, you're getting into moderate. Obviously, 7 to 10 or anything above a 10 is going to be that high risk, and you're going to want to look at rescheduling strenuous activities outdoors. Staying indoors as much as possible, limiting smoke exposure in your home. And if you have to go outside, maybe even look at things like masking up, wearing something like an N95 that's going to filter out some of that particulate matter that's going to be in the air.
To reduce exposure indoors, Anderson recommends several key strategies: keeping doors and windows closed during poor air quality days, running air conditioners in recirculation mode to prevent outdoor air from entering, avoid using fans that pull air from the outside, and invest in an air purifier, ideally with a HEPA filter. For households that cannot afford commercial air purifiers, DIY options are available.
But the BC CDC, for their wildfire season, had published kind of how to build your own indoor air purifier using a box fan and 2 MERV 13 filters. For instances where stores are sold out of them, maybe the cost is a bit of a barrier for people to access. There are kind of that alternative. It's not a substitute for like a good commercial grade HEPA filter, but it is at least something that you can use to create a clean airspace in your home.
The Manitoba Lung Association has partnered with local libraries to deploy Purple Air sensors. These offer real-time local air quality data. These devices supplement data from Environment Canada and Climate Change Canada's Air Quality Health Index monitoring stations and is available via the Manitoba Lung Association's website.
So we also have that commercial grade devices accessible on ours, so people can see a little bit more localized data through that. So it's a great place to start. If you wake up, it's looking hazy, you're smelling a bit of smoke, and you're wondering, hey, is today a day I should be worried about it? They can always check out that information at mb.lung.ca.
As the wildfire season continues, Anderson says he encourages everyone to reduce their risks by being prepared and being informed. You're listening to U-Radio, where diverse voices connect. Stay tuned for more stories and insights that matter. With U Multicultural and the Local Journalism Initiative, I'm Ryan Funk.